Okay, it was Halloween, right? And I was inside, I was watching Halloween 2. And I was saying to myself, man, it's boring. And I said, man, I'm about to go outside. So I'm going outside. And I hear somebody say, trick or treat. And I look, some kids. I said, what's up, little man? Give him some candy. I said, have a nice night. He said, you too. And then I finished doing my walk. Walking around. And then I hear somebody scream. And I look around like, what the fuck? And I see a house, the lights on in the window. And I said, shadow moved by quick. So I'm thinking, and it seemed like the sound came from over there. So I'm going to the house. I'm knocking on the door. Excuse me, are you all right? And I hear a lady say, what do you want? And I said, are you all right? I heard somebody scream. She said, nobody screamed. And I said, listen, lady, I heard somebody screaming there, and I'm just wanting to know if anybody's all right. You know what I'm saying? And she opened the door. Man, when I say that lady was looking scary like a motherfucker, she was looking scary, looking like Bloody Mary. And I'm like, ah! Like it scared me, right? Like it spooked me a little. I'm like, ah! And I said, and I put my head down because I didn't want to look at her face to face because she was scary looking. And I said, I just wanted to know if y'all was alright. And then I looked back up. It's like her eyes went so far back into her head, it made me even more scared. So I pissed on myself, you know. And she looked down, she said, ha ha, you pissed on yourself. I said, so? You ain't got no eyes. And she said, yeah, I do. They're just deep into my skull. And then they went even deeper. So I pissed again. And I'm like, oh, hell. Man. And I started crying. And she picked up my head. She said, listen. Go back to your house. And change your pants. And nobody was screaming over here. So get that out of your man. I said, out of my man? What? Don't you mean mine? He said, man. And I said, okay. So I walked back to my house, changed my pants. Like, how this bitch made me piss on myself. I changed my pants. I mean, you know what? I'm going back to the house, man. I'm blood. Walk back in the house, G'd up, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I knocked, boom, 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 boom. Hey, lady, I ain't done with you yet. And when I say when she opened that door, her face was bloody. Like, her face was bloody. And, like, I'm like, oh, my God. And, like, I think I was catching a heart attack. I was like, and she said, what do you want? I was like, blah, 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 blah. And she said, Bloody Mary. I'm like, and I slapped her, right? And I ran, Bloody Mary. And like I look back and she's chasing me. And what I mean, she was running so damn fast. And like, it looked like her feet was touching the ground. And like I was running, I started picking up the pace. I'm like, And then I tripped and I fell. And then when I was getting up, I fell again. Cause I felt somebody grab my foot. And she grabbed my foot. I'm like, let's go. And she turned around. And she didn't have no eyes. I'm like, And she said, you're coming with me. I'm like, no, come. And I started kicking. Let go of me. And I started kicking. And I kicked my foot where her hand was. And like I crushed her hand. And she gave this high pitched yell. And it scared me, right? It made half of my hair turn white. Cause when she screamed, I grabbed my ears. And I pulled my hands back down. I had white hair in my hand. I was like, my hair! And I was scared. And she turned around and she started shaking and twitching. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? And like, her mouth got big and wide. And I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? shit. I just seen a ghost. But, yeah. I was screaming. And she said, and she bit on my leg. I was like, ah! Ah! You seen a ghost. And I was screaming. I was like, ah! Ah! And like she bit a chunk out my leg. Ah! I kicked in her jaw and she let go. And I got up and I ran. I was limping a little though and I was running. And she said, and then she started crying. She said, "Come back!" Oh. And I was running. I ran behind a tree. And I was scared. And I felt something coming out my pants. Then I shit on myself.